Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed that Ross shop with me. So now I'm going to show you everything that I bought on that Ross trip. There were so many good perfumes and it was really hard to narrow it down. It really took me a long time to go on Fragrantica, read all the reviews. The ones that stood out to me that I didn't end up buying were Hollister Free Wave, just because that one was compared to Britney Spears Circus Fantasy, which I've never tried before, but I'm very interested. People say that one smells like candy, so for that one to be compared to Britney Spears Circus Fantasy just really caught my attention, but I didn't end up getting that one. Another one that caught my eye was Amazing Grace Magnolia, and I thought that one would be a little bit risky for me just because I'm not super into florals, and that one would have just been a risky blind buy for me, especially for $20. Like, I think for a Philosophy perfume, that's an incredible price. They're like $50 at Ulta, but again, it was still $20, and I just wasn't sure if I wanted to risk not liking it just because I'm not a super Magnolia lover, but I do tend to like Philosophy. But if I ever come across it again at Ross, maybe I will try it. And the other one that I saw that I was super interested in was the Abercrombie & Fitch one. It was like in a white box, but I didn't end up getting that one either. I also have some blind buys from other perfumes that weren't in Ross. I have a couple from DD's Discounts, Ulta, and Amazon, so let's get right into this haul. So in the video, I think you can see that I put this in my cart just because when I saw this, first of all, the price I thought was fantastic, and this was the only one that I saw. It's Jennifer Aniston Solstice Bloom. So let's give this a go. So one of the reasons that I picked this up, I'm not gonna lie, is the price, but also on Fragrantica this was described as a very beachy perfume, and the first perfume that is actually compared to this one is Another 13 by Le Labo. So the main accords for Solstice Bloom are white floral, smoky, sand, musky, woody, fresh spicy, powdery, mineral, warm spicy, and not sure how to say that, aldehydic. Okay, so let's get into the fragrance notes. Its top notes are smoke tree, solar notes, and white pepper. Kind of nervous about that white pepper. I'm not super into that. Its middle notes are sand, gardenia, jasmine, and its base notes are smoke, white musk, sandalwood, and amber. So those notes combined just sound so unique, and I'm very interested to try this one. Okay, so let's try it out. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's actually really cute, really classy, and minimalistic, and I think this would be really pretty on my perfume tray. So right away I'm kind of getting like a light sweet floral. It's still kind of drying down. I'm getting a lot of alcohol, but so far I'm getting a light sweet floral. Now that it's dried down a bit, I'm also getting kind of that like sandy quality, and something about this almost reminds me of like Hairspray too, like kind of in a good way. This is very sophisticated, very classy, kind of smells like a beachy like Hairspray. I think the white pepper in this is what's giving it that sort of like Hairspray quality, but I hope you don't take that in a bad way. It's just kind of something that's like pointing out to me. But I still think that this was 100% worth the $7.99. I think it's really pretty, really beachy. You can really smell that sandiness to it. It's also like kind of soapy. Like for some reason right away I'm kind of getting like that Jennifer Lopez perfume, J.Lo Glow. Not that they're all that similar, but kind of think of like that in the sense that they're both soapy, but this is like way more beachy. They have that same soapy quality to it, and I think this is really lovely. To me, J.Lo Glow literally just smells like a bar of soap, like just a Dove bar of soap. This is a little bit soapy, but it's also sandy and a little bit sweet and floral. This is just a really classy, sophisticated scent. Like if you're under 25. I don't know if you'll like this, but anybody over 25 that's looking for a affordable summer scent, I would really recommend this one. This isn't my favorite. I tend to like really juvenile, fun scents, but I still really do like it. This just isn't like my all-time favorite, but it is a really, really nice blind buy. I'm super pleased with this one. I was really nervous just because I'm not a super floral kind of girl, but all of those notes combined just make this really beautiful. And I noticed that on Fragrantica, this had said that there was smoky notes to it, and I'm really not getting too much smokiness with this one. I think this perfume would be really beautiful just laying out by the pool, a day at the beach, or just in general, like in the summertime. I don't like heavy perfume, so this one you can definitely smell like the solar notes, the sandiness of it, but it's not going to be overwhelming. Like you can smell it, but it's not super potent to the point that you're going to be obnoxious. I just think this is a beautiful summertime scent. Okay, so the next one that I chose was Pink Friday by Nicki Minaj, and this was in 1.7 ounces, and this was only $14.99. I didn't film this one just because it was like in a different section that was locked up in Ross. Like it wasn't in the individual locked boxes. This was kind of like behind glass near the jewelry and sunglasses and all that, so that's why I didn't film that, just because I got this kind of like at the last second. And this has always intrigued me ever since I found out about it, just because it's been compared to Viva La Juicy. So let's try this out. So the main accords are fruity, sweet, caramel, tropical, citrus, vanilla, fresh, and aquatic. So now let's get into the fragrance notes. Its top notes are starfruit, blackberry, and Italian mandarin. Its middle notes are lotus, star jasmine. So right away, I tend to like lotus, so hopefully that will be really good in this one. And its base notes are caramel, pear, vanilla, musk, and woodsy notes. So that is what the perfume bottle looks like. It's definitely not as classy as the Jennifer Aniston one, but it's still really fun and different. Okay, so this is a lot different than I was expecting. So right away, all I'm getting is the starfruit and mandarin. I'm not really getting anything else. I guess I was expecting something more like Juicy Couture, and it's really not like Juicy Couture to me. Like, I think Juicy Couture is very sweet, very fruity, very fun, and this is fruity in the sense that it's like citrusy, but that's really it. Like, that's the only fruit that I'm getting from this. This also smells very tropical, but there's just something about it that my nose really is not liking. Okay, so this is very light and sweet, but I don't know if I'm going to be keeping this. I think I need to wear it, kind of just see how it works on my body. But so far this was kind of a letdown. I really was hoping to find a, Juicy Couture dupe or just a cheaper alternative to Viva La Juicy. I was really hoping that the caramel in this would really shine, but it's not. There's definitely a sweetness to this, but it's not kind of like that caramely scent that I wanted it to be. Again, I'm gonna wear this, give it a chance on my body. Maybe it'll be different when I'm wearing it, but I will keep you guys posted on if I keep this or not. As of right now, I'm leaning towards probably not keeping it. So the next thing I picked up from Ross was Dolly Parton's Scent from Above, and this was in a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle, and it's in an EDP. I actually had this in my shopping cart at Walmart. It was like a gift set, and it was the EDT version of this. So to find the EDP was really exciting, and it was actually cheaper than the Walmart one. The gift set was like $24, but it came with like hair, I think a hair clip and lotion. But anyway, this one was only $17 for a 3.4 fluid ounce EDP, so I thought that was a really great deal. Okay, so the main accords are woody, fresh, floral, amber, fruity, powdery, musky, sweet, white floral, and warm, spicy. And let's get into the fragrance notes. Its top notes are peony, pear, blackcurrant, and mandarin orange. I'm a little bit scared now that this has mandarin orange in it just because the Nicki Minaj one had it and I didn't end up liking that one, so we'll see. Its middle notes are jasmine, vanilla, orchid, lily of the valley, and its base notes are musk, amber, sandalwood, patchouli, tonka bean, and fir. Okay, so let's try out Dolly Parton's Scent from Above. I mean, that bottle is so pretty. Kind of gives me like Mariah Carey vibes. I know Mariah Carey has a butterfly on her perfumes, but this is just so stunning. It looks so classy. Kind of looks like a little bit expensive, I think. And I love that little butterfly sort of print in there. I think the bottle's a 10 out of 10. Okay, so let's try out this perfume. So right away, this smells very familiar. It smells like something I've smelled before, and I would say it smells pretty mature. It's definitely not a youthful scent at all. I think the amber is kind of what's making it a little bit more mature. This really smells like something that you would get at a department store. Think Chanel or Lancome, something like that. It's not like a grandma scent, but it's definitely more mature. I don't see really young girls liking this perfume. Another reason I think this smells like a little bit more mature is that patchouli. It just like kind of deepens it up a little bit. To me, this is very warm, heavy, and floral, and I think this would be a winter scent. This almost has like a vintage quality to it. If you watched my last video on Juicy Couture, it reminds me of that perfume. In the sense that they both have like amber and they both kind of have like that vintagey sort of vibe. I would say the Juicy Couture one is way more like a blast in the past, like you're in the 80s and 90s. This one has that vintage quality too, but not as not as bad as the other one. This one's not as like old-timey, I guess you could say. This is very classy, very mature, like a special occasion type for perfume. I don't really see myself wearing this every day. This kind of just reminds me of like you're really dolled up. You have your red lipstick on and you're going out on a date, or it's just like a nighttime heavy winter fragrance. This is a lot different than I was expecting for some reason because it's called Scent from Above. I was expecting sort of like a light, airy, sweet sort of perfume, like an everyday perfume, and this is not it. Again, this is like one of those perfumes that I don't know if I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna have to try it on my skin, but this is just very heavy. Like, just kind of reminds me of a designer perfume, like maybe something from Chanel, Burberry, something like that, where it's not an everyday perfume but a special occasion, you want to be noticed kind of perfume. So again, this is just a first impressions. I really need to get to know the fragrance. So what I think I'm going to do is wear it and ask my family members what they think and like kind of get their input too, because sometimes it's a little bit different when it's on someone's skin. But as of now, I think this just is not for me, especially because we're going into spring and summer and I just really don't see myself wearing this anytime soon. Okay, so the next perfume is J Lust by Jennifer Lopez, and this was $12.99 for 1 ounce. And I actually got this on a different Ross trip. I got this a few days prior, and that's why I didn't grab that other Jennifer Lopez perfume that I saw. Like, if I didn't get J Lust, I would have 100% grabbed the other Jennifer Lopez perfume, but I already had this one, so I didn't want to go and buy another Jennifer Lopez perfume right away. And here's what the bottle looks like. It's okay. It's kind of cheap looking, but I kind of like the little snake skin accent that they put on the bottle. But its main accords are sweet, fruity, floral, powdery, amber, citrus, musky, vanilla, and warm spicy. And now let's get into the top notes. So the first note in the top notes is strawberry, and that's what sold me right away. When I saw the strawberry, I'm like, yes, I'm buying you, just because you don't really ever, I feel like I never really see strawberry notes all that often in perfume, so I figured for spring and summer that just sounded so nice, so refreshing. But anyway, the top notes are strawberry, apple blossom, mandarin orange. There we go again with that mandarin orange. Middle notes are vanilla orchid, white peach, and jasmine. And its base notes are tonka bean, Tululu balsam, and musk. So I'm gonna be honest, I already tried this one, I already wore it, and I like it. There's a creaminess to this one. It's very pretty, very nice for spring. It's not a love, but it's a like, and I actually paired this one with bourbon strawberry vanilla from Bath and Body Works. I think combined they just really complement each other. The one thing I will say about this is that I really thought that the strawberry note was going to be strong in this, and it isn't. I actually don't really detect it too much. And I do smell it. It's just not like an artificial strawberry. It's there in the sense that it's like kind of fruity, kind of watery, a little bit sweet, but it's not just like a bam in your face strawberry like other strawberry scents that I have in my collection. This one is more of like a floral fruity scent. I also smell the peach in this, and I think I smell the peach more than I smell the strawberry, which is unfortunate, but it's still a really pretty fragrance. This is just a creamy, musky, fruity scent. It's very crowd pleasing, I would say. It's like nothing groundbreaking, nothing like amazing. Someone on Fragrantica mentioned that it smells like a Victoria's Secret body mist, and I have to agree, it kind of does give that vibe, which I'm not mad about. I adore Victoria's Secret body mist, so yeah, this one's just like a pleasant, nice perfume. Like, do you need to run out and grab it? No, but I'm not gonna return it. I like it enough to keep it. But yeah, I like this one and I'm happy to have it. I think this is a really pretty fragrance to layer with other things that I already have in my collection. Like, I can already picture this being really beautiful with strawberry pound cake, and like I said, strawberry vanilla bourbon, and I think there's a few more. I just need to get a little bit creative, but this is just like a nice base and something that, you know, you can wear in an office. You're not going to offend anyone, and yeah, it's really pretty. Okay, so up next, I actually got this at DD's Discounts, and it was $9.99 for 1 ounce, and it's Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy. And here's what the bottle looks like. I am a sucker for all the fantasy bottles. They're just so pretty, so girly. It's the packaging again, like 10 out of 10. And lately I've been really enjoying Britney's perfumes, especially the fantasy line. So I figured, why not try out Midnight Fantasy since it gets such good reviews. This gets compared to Dark Kiss, and we'll get into all that in a second. But yeah, I absolutely love Britney Spears fragrances, and I can't wait to dive into a few more. But let's get into the review for Midnight Fantasy. The main accords for Midnight Fantasy are sweet, fruity, cherry, vanilla, powdery, nutty, floral, and almond. Okay, so the top notes for this are plum, sour cherry, and raspberry. Its middle notes are orchid, iris, and freesia, and its base notes are vanilla, amber, and musk. So right away, this really does remind me of Dark Kiss, and Dark Kiss is actually the first perfume that it's compared to on Fragrantica. I will admit that I like Dark Kiss a little bit more, just because Dark Kiss is a lot stronger and a lot more unique. It's like more complex. This one I think is more of a safe blind buy in the sense that like there's no rose in this like Dark Kiss has, so I think this is like more of a crowd pleaser. Any young girl can wear this. Well, anyone in general can wear this. But I really get the plum, I really get the cherry, and I know a lot of people have said that this smells like shampoo, and I completely have to agree. It just smells like if you combined shampoo with plum and cherry. It's very pretty, very youthful, and a little bit dark, and I'm really happy to have this in my collection. And I'm kind of happy to have this in a 1 ounce bottle just because it's not my favorite Britney Spears Fantasy Flanker, but it's still a really good one. Okay, so this is really random, but I saw it at DD's Discounts for $5.99, and it's 2 fluid ounces, so I thought, why not? That is just a fantastic deal. And I actually went on Fragrantica, and the reviews were actually decent, so yeah, I decided to try this one out. And that is what the bottle looks like. Kind of cute. Kind of cheap looking too, but that's okay. Okay, so the main accords for Playboy are floral, citrus, tropical, powdery, amber, woody, and musky, so that sounds really good to me. Its top notes are mandarin orange and blue margarita. That sounds really interesting. Middle notes, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Freesia, ground cherry, and its base notes are amber, sandalwood, and musk. So right away, this is very light. I'm really not getting anything at all. So I sprayed this a few more times, and I'm going to be completely honest, I really don't smell anything at all. I think I get like a faint hairspray smell, but I'm going to spray it on my skin and see if I get anything. So I don't know if I got a bad batch, or maybe this was only $6 for a reason, but I don't think I'm going to be keeping this one. There's just really no point. I can't really smell anything. Like, I think I get a light floral and maybe a little bit of sweetness, but that's really it. I'm not smelling a whole lot. Okay, so I thought I would include this in this haul. Even though I didn't buy this in person, I bought this on Amazon, and it's Britney Spears Prerogative. I bought this just because I never tend to find these types of perfumes at Ross or TJ Maxx, so I figured I would just try it out. I typically don't like to buy perfumes online just because I never know if I'm getting a fake one or not, but yeah, this was Britney Spears Prerogative. I paid about $12 for 1 fluid ounce. And this is what the bottle looks like. It's very cute. And the reason I got this and was super intrigued by it was because it is compared to Black Opium, and I don't own Black Opium, but when I've smelled it in the store, I absolutely love it. I just can't bring myself to pay that price for it, but that's what made me drawn to this fragrance. So its main accords are warm, spicy, coffee, fruity, woody, powdery, amber, soft, spicy, sweet, and lactonic. So in the top notes, we have apricot, goji berries, and pink pepper. Middle notes are coffee, saffron, and red lily. And the base notes are sandalwood and amberwood. So at first, I was very disappointed because upon initial spray, this smells nothing like Black Opium. This kind of just smells like a sweet floral. But as it develops, I started to like it, and I actually did start to notice like similarities between this and Black Opium. So I would say this is similar to Black Opium, but it doesn't project the way Black Opium projects. Like, I would say that this is a very, very light body mist in compared to Black Opium. Black Opium is not like an everyday fragrance. I feel like for me that fragrance is a special occasion fragrance, a fragrance that you wear when you really want to get noticed, and this one you can wear every day. You can wear this one to the gym. It's very light, you're not going to offend anyone, and it's still really pretty, and it kind of gives like that subtle coffee note. People have said that this smells a lot like Britney's Private Show, and I own Private Show, and I have to disagree. These to me smell nothing alike. Prerogative is like a warm, light floral with a little bit of coffee, and Prerogative I find to be extremely sweet, and it has that dulce de leche that really brings out that like candy caramely sweetness, and this does not have that. So I'm really surprised that people say that this smells exactly like it, because to me they smell nothing alike. So I do like this. I do think it's really pretty. I can see why people compare it to Black Opium, but to be honest, this does not like satisfy my need for Black Opium. I still want to get the perfume of Black Opium despite having Britney Spears Prerogative, but it is nice, and it is a nice like starter fragrance if you are a little bit younger and on a budget. The thing I will say about this though is that it's very, very light. Most of Britney Spears perfumes tend to be light, at least in my opinion. So with this one, is just one that you're gonna have to throw in your purse and reapply every couple hours, just because it does not last, does not really project all that well. But if you maybe already have Black Opium, and you spray Black Opium on yourself, and you bring this one with you in your purse if you're at work, just to like reapply it and not spend a ton of money or worry about carrying around like an expensive bottle, I think this would be really great. Do you have to run out and buy this? No, but I do think it's really pretty. Okay, so now let's move on to what I picked up at Ulta, and I had a 10% off at Ulta, and in addition to that, I had a gift card. So I'm like, you know what? Let me splurge a little bit. I already have Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 71 in the 3-ounce bottle, so I'm like, I know I love this fragrance, and I've been using that one sparingly just because I don't want to like, you know, use it all up and then not have a backup. So finally I'm like, you know what, I know that I love this fragrance, so I ended up getting in the big bottle, so I think this will last me a long time. I actually already did a video reviewing Cheirosa 71, and I absolutely love this. So far, this is like my favorite gourmand that I've ever tried, and I think this is a really quality scent. Every time I wear this, somebody asks me, you know, what are you wearing? You smell so good. And even though this is like really sweet, really gourmand, and we're approaching summer, I still think this might be good in the summer. We'll see. If not, I know for sure that I will definitely use this up in the fall and winter. If you've never tried this, I highly recommend it if you like gourmands. To me, this smells like a buttery popcorn, or even like, I know this sounds kind of weird, like comparing it to popcorn, but it also kind of reminds me of like macadamia nut cookies. So if you like kind of combine those two, that is what this smells like. This is like the epitome of a gourmand fragrance. And the last thing that I got from Ulta was this Clinique My Happy sample set. I think I paid around $10 for this. And I think I'm going to do a whole separate video just because I don't want this video to be too long. But yeah, I ended up getting this one. So each of these little vials have 0.05 fluid ounces into them. And it comes with Peony Picnic, Indigo Mist, Cocoa Cashmere, Baby Bouquet, Lily of the Beach, and Cookies and Kisses. And the reason I got this was because I was super interested in Cocoa and Cashmere and Cookies and Kisses, so I figured this would be a really great way to test the Clinique perfumes out before committing to a full-size bottle, just because Clinique can be pretty pricey. And these have really been catching my eye the last few times I've gone to Ulta, but I've just never smelled them. So I thought this would be a really great way to actually test it out. So I'm gonna do a whole video on that. Alright, you guys, so that is everything that I bought from this perfume blind buy haul, and I am really shocked to say that the Jennifer Aniston one so far is my favorite out of everything that I bought, which I'm shocked because the only reason I got this one was because of the price point and just because it was like beachy. I was expecting this one to be one of the ones that I was going to return, and I am very pleasantly surprised with this, and the price point is absolutely perfect. I think this is so affordable and really worth the $8. But I have to wear it and try it out for myself because sometimes, you know, it can go either way. Sometimes I absolutely dislike something, and then when I wear it, I like it, and vice versa. So we'll see. So I'll keep you guys posted on all these perfumes. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps me out. And let me know if you guys like these videos and want to see more of them. But thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one.